Welcome to the TMZ podcast. Devin here with Courtney.
Hello.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We have some updates. Obviously, we've been covering the Nolan Wells case pretty heavily. So now we have some documentation that's came out of what witnesses say Nolan was doing on the island and how kind of they described him before he disappeared.
Yeah.
And also a little more vindication, I think, for the friends whose boat left, as far as some visuals that have come out, and you know what the investigators are saying as far as them believing that Nolan was there still on the island when their boat left.
Yes.
And then after that, we will get into Surrey Cruise. So Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' daughter legally dropped her name. So
Even Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
Action
just yet
stars?
another
Kids don't want to be part of them with their lives.
Totally, yet another celebrity's kid who wants nothing to do with their dad. So we will get into that. Okay, cool. So the Nolan Wells stuff. So for starters, ABC basically obtained this document that was produced by the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. And essentially what it is, it's an email that contained physical description of Nolan, which basically was given to the Marine patrols that were searching the waters. So basically a description that they were given to try to hopefully find him. And basically witnesses had reportedly told told investigators that Nolan Wells was drinking heavily with friends on Horn Island before he disappeared on July 4th.
Yeah, which his friend Warren did say that when he was doing the podcast with Officer Tatum. He was like, yeah, it was July 4th. We were all drinking. We were all having a good time. And we also did get that video of Nolan bending down to get a drink out of a cooler. We didn't know what it was. But obviously, they're young kids. It's July 4th. There's going to be drinking. Right.
It's not exactly the biggest, I think, shocker in this case, just because we already knew all these kids were out there drinking and that was going to play a factor into this. Obviously, the official medical examiner's report hasn't come out, which will obviously, usually toxicology will show, you know, to the extent that he was or was not drinking. But apparently this just kind of lines up with what a lot of witnesses have said, that these kids were out there partying. Nolan
Is there a timeline of when that is going to come out? I know they usually
take
a while, but
it's a really because we've done this a lot, it's a case by case, and it's definitely like, I feel like when what's it called? It's a more high profile case. They sometimes speed it up, but toxicology takes a while. I know in LA, you know, it usually takes around 2 months. So hopefully in this case, obviously LA is a really big city where they have tons of deaths that they're investigating, and I don't imagine they have as many in this medical examiner's office, but I also don't know the logistics behind, you know,
all the
lab results and all that stuff for how long it takes to come back.
Yeah.
The other interesting thing, so another what's this guy, Officer Tatum?
Yes.
So the guy who's been interviewing one of Nolan Wells' best friends.
And he just talked to another friend of his.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Okay, so this guy, you know, he has been, you know, slowly, you know, leaking out part 1, part 2, part 3 of
part 5 now. That's the new friend.
So the new thing is part 5 of him, you know, interviewing these people that were involved, and he dropped a visual that shows this is the boat leaving, right?
Yeah, this is them getting towed back in. But are the people recording the tow company?
It appears so. Like, it looks like it's clearly someone that's on a different boat.
Yes.
Maybe this is one of their other friends' boats, where they're showing the entire boat as it's about to get towed, and obviously you don't see Nolan Wells on the boat.
No.
So that would kind of put, I guess, pour water on the theory that he was on the boat and something happened.
Yes.
And that, you know, the friends freaked out. I know, you know, people are looking for any answers they can. Like,
of course, someone lost their life.
Because we obtained that audio from the dispatch of when they're calling them saying, you know, their boat's taking on water and they need someone to come help them tow their boat. And, you know, a bunch of people, you know, online sleuths, they enhanced the audio, and, you know, people thought they heard certain things. They thought they heard he's dead, get up.
See, when I heard it and I was like, oh, maybe I do hear it's like dead, I was like, I think that they're talking about the boat like equipment.
Correct.
Because it's right before they call it, and like it feels like it's almost a girl's voice like screaming it or something.
Yeah, it's very hard to understand. It's kind of chaotic, and the audio is not great. So obviously, when people are like, "Oh, is he dead?" and then you put that text on a audio video, and people, once you see the text, you hear them say that. So it was all kind of, you know, I know people are trying to do the right thing and just trying to find any last clue, but at least according to the people involved in the investigation, they had direct knowledge of, you know, what law enforcement is looking into, and they apparently have evidence that he was in fact Nolan on the island after his friend's boat left.
Yes.
So I do kind of think that theory that it had something to do with the friends on the boat, that something happened. I think that has kind of, it's just not accurate. I don't think something happened on that boat with Nolan.
No, nor do I. And like watching like their interviews, I don't think anything happened. It's all just a very sad situation. But I feel like this is where you also just have to let, like you've said before, let the investigation play out and let like all the facts come out. Because the whole thing is, I mean, it's just heartbreaking. He lost his life. The parents are going through something unimaginable, like right now. It's all just very sad. And when when Warren was talking to Officer Tatum, and he was like, "Well, why didn't you guys go to the funeral?" And he was like, "We couldn't. The spotlight would have like been on us. People would have been saying stuff." And he was like, "We were getting a whole bunch of death threats, so we didn't want to go there and like just like disrupt everything when." Miss Christie was going through like everything in his like family.
Yeah.
The whole like situation is just like super.
Yeah,
sad. That's like when you. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know this particular situation because obviously it's become a huge media thing, and like these guys said, I'm sure they're getting death threats online and stuff. It's just, I thought it was a little odd. I mean, if one of my best friends passed away, even if there was a lot going on, I think I would show up to the funeral. But everyone, I guess, handles grief differently, handles situations differently. If they felt like they would be too much of a distraction or they felt unsafe, I guess I could see why.
He said that most of them had to turn off social media because the death threats got like so scary and like, we're going to come after like your family. Like you're not. Like,
yeah, that's a little bit of the confusion, I think, is that I think initially a lot of these guys, you know, made their social media private, deleted social media, and I think the general public pointed to that as, oh, they're sketchy, they're guilty, they're hiding something. But I think it maybe more so than any of that, it might have just been to, you know, protect themselves and their families from harassment. I mean, that seems why they did that, which I guess I could get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like we've said,
they're all young kids. They're like 18 and like 19.
Yeah, they're just out of high school or around high school age. But you know, obviously Warren Hudson felt like he wanted to defend himself, and he sat down and did this 5-part interview.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's trying to be like, hey, I have nothing to hide. This is exactly what happened. They've provided evidence that he wasn't on the boat. They've been pretty open. So I think the investigators kind of need to look, and just people on the internet that are trying to help, need to look elsewhere other than the friend's boat that we're getting.
I think they definitely need to look elsewhere because it's still like he was on the island. Someone had to like see something. Someone had to see him go in the water. Like, was he like struggling? Someone has to have a little bit more clarity.
Right. And I mean, Hudson has said that there were dozens and dozens of other boats on the island and that they tried to get him to come on theirs. But obviously, you know, there are other boats there that he could get back to the mainland on.
Yeah.
So obviously, I think that needs to be more of the focus at this point because it doesn't seem like these guys had anything to do with it.
No, because I know that his friend on the interview said that 3 boats went out of all their friends. 1 boat was already back before they got back. I don't know if the 3rd boat with more friends were still there. So they're like, oh, he'll like get on that boat, or like you said, just like any other boat.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think the drinking thing less like that at this point, that's pretty obvious that all these kids were drinking. I think it's now the focus needs to be on who are the last people who saw him on the island, and and like once that toxicology and the medical examiner's report comes back, and maybe that'll provide some more evidence as to what exactly happened.
Yes.
Okay. Surrey Cruise. I haven't thought about Surrey Cruise in a while. I think she was like, didn't something happen over the weekend, or she's like in a play, right?
She was in a play a while ago.
Oh, I thought that there was new news about her being in.
Is she doing another one?
Yeah, because I was like thinking like, oh, I haven't thought about Surrey Cruise in a while, and then
because I'm pretty sure that's where like this all started coming from, is that she was in a play.
Midsummer, Shakespeare.
Oh yeah.
Is that the new one or is that the old one?
to star in last week to star in an iconic Shakespeare play at her college.
Gotcha.
So Suri Cruz goes to Carnegie Mellon University, very prestigious university. Don't know where it's back east somewhere, I believe, Pennsylvania.
Yes, because that's where she's registered to vote. That's where the story came from.
So it turns out Suri registered to vote in Pennsylvania, which is where she goes to college, and you have to use your legal name, and she registered as Suri Noel.
Yes.
So
dropping Cruz. I mean, they've been estranged.
I'm assuming is Noel her middle name? We don't exactly.
I thought Noel was.
We don't exactly know why she's using.
I thought that was Katie Holmes' name.
No,
is Katie Holmes her real name? She's from Ohio. I should know this.
Suri Noel, formerly Suri Cruz. Yeah, we don't. I don't know exactly what.
Oh, that's her mom's middle name, Kate Noel Holmes.
Okay, so she took her mom's middle name, I guess. So yeah. So she has dropped the Cruz, which isn't that shocking. I mean, they've been estranged since she was like 7 years old.
Yeah, since 2012.
I don't know the last time we've seen them together. It seems like Tom has nothing to do with Suri Cruz's life whatsoever.
It's so sad. I don't understand like what happens.
I mean, I think him and Katie had a pretty
did, but at some
breakup.
Point, it's still your kid. I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, with this situation, it's really unclear whether or not that he's attempted to get in her life and she wants nothing to do with him, or vice versa, if he has moved on and now she's moving on. So I mean, they've kept that pretty private.
Yeah.
So
she looks so much like the both of them. It's insane.
Oh, I see Tom a lot in that photo.
Really?
Yeah, I think she looks a lot like Tom.
It's insane.
But yeah, I guess maybe she didn't want. Now that I think about it, maybe she wanted to use Noel because it's like, hey, I'm giving paying homage to my mom, but I also don't want to be like Suri Holmes, and then everyone's like, you know what I mean? Like if you see Suri Noel, it's like, oh, I don't know who she is. Maybe she doesn't want to like live off her mom's name.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that's why.
I think that's a good take.
So that's I guess we reached out to Tom's rep yesterday just to see if he had anything to say about this news breaking, and did not hear back. So yeah, sad. It's kind of sad. I mean, again, this is kind of the similar take I had with the Brad Pitt stuff, but it's like we don't know. Only that family, the kids
really
and
knows the in and outs.
Parents know exactly what happened. We are just on the outside looking in, don't exactly know. So it's hard to say who's at fault here, or
Yeah.
But it is sad. It's just sad to see parents not in their kids' lives, especially if that's what they want.
Well, we've been seeing Tom Cruise everywhere. He's been at like the FIFA Cup. He's been at Wimbledon. He's everywhere. Like it has to be so strange for her. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like this has been going on for a long time, so I'm sure she's moved on from all this. But anyways, shout out Suri Noel.
Yeah.
Comments?
Pretty name.
Yeah, it is. Comments?
Nothing worth reading out.
Nothing good today, huh?
Branson, you are.
Is it a lot of people talking about the Nolan Wells story? Yeah, people are very opinionated on the story for sure.
Keep commenting though.
For good reason.
Yeah.
I know.
So, all right, well, let's get out of here then.
Sorry, I was slacking. People were.
What?
Reagan, just slacking.
Oh, you got to get out of here?
Yeah.
What time is it?
8:01.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow, and hopefully have a little bit longer to talk.